There is a paradox at the heart of these body modification practices. On one hand, they are experienced as self-expressive and liberating. On the other hand, they can be seen as socially determined, economically driven, and culturally enmeshed. These insightful words by Helene Muglin encapsulate the intricate nature of our topic today: the negative effects of body modification on teenagers. In a world where individuality and self-expression are cherished values, body modification has surged to the forefront as a means of proclaiming one's uniqueness. Tattoos, piercings, and other forms of body alterations have become canvases on which people paint their personal stories. This phenomenon is indeed liberating, offering a tangible way to convey emotions, beliefs, experiences that might otherwise remain hidden. Yet, as we delve deeper into this realm, we uncover a contrasting reality. Muglin's assertion highlights a paradox: the very liberation that body modification offer can also be influenced by social pressures, economic incentives, and cultural norms. We cannot ignore that the body modification practices, although individually interpreted, often arise from a complex interplay of external factors. So as we explore the negative effects of body modification, let us remember this paradox. The tension between self-expression and societal influence shapes the path we tread.
Number 9. Black Alien. In one of the most extreme examples of body modification you'll see on today's list, a 34-year-old Frenchman named Anthony Lafredo has pulled out all the stops to turn himself into what he calls a black alien. Once upon a time, Lafredo was a normal-looking, even handsome fellow, but he couldn't ignore the urges he'd felt since childhood to transform himself dramatically. He spent his adulthood covering his entire body, including his eyeballs, with black tattoos and unnaturally altering a number of body parts. Lafredo's tongue is split. There are strangely sharp implants in his head, and he's had part of his nose, ears, and top lip removed to make him look more alien-like. He gained worldwide fame in recent years following his top lip removal, and admitted in an Instagram live video that he now struggles to speak properly. Who would have thought? Lafredo is so passionate about his mission to look as bizarre as possible, he's even traveled to other countries for certain procedures that are illegal throughout much of Europe. And while most people may think he looks downright terrifying, he stated numerous times that he is more than happy with his transformation. It truly exemplifies the statement that beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Number 8. Human Barbie. It's said that if a human had the same bodily proportions as a Barbie doll, they wouldn't be able to sit, stand, or walk like a normal person. But that didn't stop Valeria Lukyanova from trying. Dubbed the Human Barbie, the Ukrainian model claims she never meant to look like a Barbie doll, but that her goal was to look feminine and refined. Sure. Even more unbelievably, Valeria said that the only plastic surgery she's ever gotten was a breast augmentation. She vehemently denies rumors that she had ribs removed to slim her waistline, or that she's undergone any other cosmetic procedures. But it's hard to believe when you look at her, because Valeria truly looks more like a doll than a real, live human being. Her outrageous claims don't stop there. In one interview, she said that she wanted to become a breatharian, meaning she wants to exist on sunlight and air alone, which is impossible for any human to do. But she's still alive, so she must have let that dream die before it killed her. Valeria reportedly thinks she's an alien, and that she was a king and spiritual leader during her past life. She also has some rather controversial views regarding race mixing, feminism, and why women have children, to the point where it almost makes her appearance seem secondary to her bizarre personality and beliefs. Nevertheless, Valeria is clearly not going to give up the secrets behind the barely existent waist, ample bosom, and icy blue eyes that make up her cartoonish look. Number 7. Rolf Bakholtz. Today's list wouldn't be complete if we didn't include the man who holds the world record for the person with the most body modifications. German-born Rolf Buchholz boasts an incredible 516 modifications, including 453 piercings, 158 of which are in his lips, and 278 of which are in his genitals. Can we say ouch? The 61-year-old also has 2 horn implants beneath his skin, subdermal implants around his wrist, and an array of tattoos and self-inflicted scars. Interestingly, Buchholz didn't start his body modification journey until much later than most people. He got his first tattoo at age 40 and quickly became addicted to body modification. His obsession spiraled from there, and today, 90% of his body is covered in tattoos, including his eyeballs, which are inked black. Naturally, people wonder a lot of things about Buchholz. Aside from questioning his sanity, they've asked if the piercings in his nether region have affected his love life. Speaking with The Mirror in 2019, he said, "If there was a problem, I would have got rid of them already, long ago." Alright, we hear ya. But there's a downside to being so deliberately different. In 2014, Buchholz was turned away at Dubai Airport because of his unnerving appearance. He missed a scheduled appearance at a local hotel, despite the staff's adamant attempts to convince authorities to release him. When someone chooses this extreme lifestyle, it perhaps goes without saying that not everyone is going to look past what's on the outside and see them for who they are. Real-life Ken doll. 41-year-old Justin Jedlicka has made a living based on being a real-life Ken doll. The New York native has had hundreds of cosmetic procedures done in his quest for perfection. Jedlicka has said that he is flattered that people think of him as a Ken doll, but that it was never his intent to look like Barbie's plastic companion. He underwent his first procedure, a nose job, 4 days after his 18th birthday, without his family's blessing, which is why he had to wait until he was legally an adult to move forward with his plan. The many surgeries Jedlicka had received include brow lifts, cheek augmentations, and bicep, tricep, and buttock implants, among other things. His transformation has come to a costly price tag of over $800,000 so far, and he hasn't announced plans to stop anytime soon. In fact, the human Ken doll considered himself an innovator of sorts when it comes to the things he has done to his body. Speaking with US Magazine, he said that he no longer goes to plastic surgeons for consultations, but to pitch his own ideas. It's easy to look at someone like Jedlicka and assume that they're vain, but he claims that there's more to his journey than what meets the eye. And to his credit, he has certainly shown that. Just like any other person, he's not immune to real-world problems. Jedlicka's brother, Jordan, died in prison in 2019 while serving time for breaking and entering. He was found unresponsive in his cell, and the Jedlicka family suspects that foul play was involved. Since then, the human Ken has been using his popularity as a platform for speaking out and drawing attention to the case. Number 5. Lil' Kim, before and after. Lil' Kim is one of the most iconic female rap artists of all time. Besides being incredibly talented, she became famous for her many unique looks. However, in recent years, fans began noticing some seemingly drastic changes in Lil' Kim's appearance. She revealed in 2005 that she got a nose job after an abusive ex broke her nose. But the damage done during the relationship reportedly led Lil' Kim to get some more plastic surgery. Onlookers speculated that she had gotten a breast augmentation, an eye lift, and fillers in her chin and cheeks. Lil' Kim admitted to these changes, telling Hot 97's Angie Martinez that she thinks vanity prompted her to get the work done. She also described herself as a perfectionist and admitted to having excessive tendencies when it comes to plastic surgery. This much is evident to anyone who's witnessed Lil' Kim's dramatic transformation over the years. Some might even say that she's barely recognizable after comparing her original appearance to how she looks now. It's only natural for the rich and famous to touch up their imperfections.
We must examine the potential physical, psychological, and social consequences with a balanced perspective, acknowledging the intricate dance between personal choice and external expectations. Thank you.